Yo, what up, fam? Welcome back to another episode of Q Reviews. Let me know if you heard me. Stop if you heard this one. You let an android robot come into your house with you and your family, and what happens next? Yes, we're talking about M3gan, but I'm not going to do a full review for M3gan since I'm about a week late. I'm just going to give you my overall thoughts of the movie and what is done to the box office off a $12 million budget. Let's get into M3gan. All right, M3gan here is not inventing the wheel in any sort of way. Actually, it's the same movie as the 2019 Child's Play, I want to say. They reinvent Chucky as an android robot that studies TV and it gets the input like short circuit. That's another movie when a robot came into a family, but you know, the government came to take that one over. It never ends well with these robots. AI, they tried to have a real boy because they lost their son, and that robot ended up in a dumpster, in a junkyard somewhere. And the bicentennial man ended up roaming the earth or some shit like that.
Now jump. No. Out the window.
Never let these robots in your house though. But the difference between the 2019 Chucky with his AI and M3gan, which is a full automated AI like a T800 in a dress, which a developer made in her garage during her spare time. All right, for the sake of the movie, I'm gonna go with it. She done some shit that no humans can have done so far, even though we're getting closer to AI intelligence. I don't think it's gonna be quite the level where you give it to your children. She basically built, like I said, a T800 in a skirt, which is M3gan, you know, fully capable of everything. I'm like, are we gonna let robots in our house that are stronger than us, that can potentially be hacked or go wrong? Because I've just been hacked before, my whole Google account, as you guys know. So can you imagine if somebody had these robots that were online and they hacked them? And they can just do whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's a crazy concept. Not too far-fetched from the future, but I don't see these coming into our homes, and especially with our children. As for the movie M3gan goes, I liked it. I think it's a fine little January movie, you know what I'm saying? I think it takes a little bit to get started, but once M3gan comes in that second act, we get the ball rolling. It's a little predictable too. It's like, oh, I know what that's gonna do in the third act. I'm like, I've seen these things coming a mile away, but it was fun. Is it a horror? No, I would say it's more of a thriller than a horror, more of a horror comedy. Actually, I liked The Orphan 2 a little bit better than this movie, but M3gan is fun. And what's surprisingly about M3gan, she did anything for her primary user, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't mess with my girl, I'm gonna be the one to bring it to you. like she wanted all the smoke, whoever had a problem with her primary user. And I think the movie works because the little girl works, and I think their chemistry works together. And then the main actress, who has to play the straight person, I think it all just works. It's a fun little film. Now, if I had to rate M3gan, I'm not gonna do my typical 1 through 5 rating here. I'm gonna say, like, okay, if Top Gun Maverick is like a delicious ribeye steak with the butter sauce dripping off and all the servings, I will say M3gan is a frozen pizza. And I love frozen pizza. Don't get that messed up. Like, frozen pizza is delicious at the right time, you know? This is like a great movie you get at the video store. Like, you pick out 3 movies you didn't know what M3gan was, and you bring it home and you be pleasantly surprised. Like I said, the horror's not really there. It doesn't have to. But what I want to talk about here is the budget that Jason Blum threw into it. $12 million on his first weekend. Domestically, it made $35 million. 35 million. I know, like I know what you're saying. Like, oh yeah, Avatar, you know what I'm saying, at 1.5 billion. But think about it. Think about the budget of Avatar. You know, the budget of Avatar is probably with marketing close to $1 billion. So it even had that to break even. You know what I'm saying? And it took a little climb to get to where it is now. You know, like I think Avatar's been out about 3 weeks, about $1.5 billion today. But M3gan made $35 million its opening weekend with a global total now of $50 million in its first weekend. And this is a January movie. How did that happen? I think the brilliant marketing of this movie is what sold it. That trailer with that with that dance, what makes the dance so good? Because it's just I have to look at it. Like, what the fuck? I mean, it's cool though too, because she's really getting it. You know what I'm saying? She is getting it. She is whipping that shit. She had her hair like this. Like, what is that? I have to see that. You know, it's intriguing. And like I said, what makes it better than the 2019 Chucky? Because you look at that thing, look at Chucky here. Would a kid want to play with that shit? I don't think so. I don't think a kid would really want to play, like a 10-year-old boy. Like my 10-year-old kids don't even play with toys anymore. They all want computer things. But Chucky just doesn't look appealing to a 10-year-old boy. Now M3gan looks like Vision mixed with the Olsen twins. You know what I'm saying? She's awesome. She can sing Taylor Swift songs and shit. You know what I'm saying? She can get into your heart. She's very emotionally connected to the child. So I think, you know what I'm saying, that works in that film. But the brilliant marketing of this movie, I think everybody just wanted to go see a fun movie on a Friday night and see what M3gan was all about, see that dance. Do I kind of wish I've seen that dance in the movie instead of the trailer? Yes, because I would have been like, whoa, where did this come from? But brilliant marketing putting that dance in the trailer. You know what I'm saying? I think that sold the movie, for real. That sold the movie. And then like with this cool little music video soundtrack or whatever, people just went out to see it. I think mostly younger people went out to go see it. And it's rated PG-13 without the R, so you don't got a lot of gore in this movie. But overall, like I said, I think M3gan is just like a fine frozen pizza night. You can just chill. When I buy it on Blu-ray, I don't think so. I'd rather check it on a streaming service if it was for me. What did y'all think of M3gan? I know I'm about a week late, but I had to get this out. I had to talk about it. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead, hit me that thumbs up. And now if you really like this content, go ahead and consider subscribing to the Q Review family. And like frozen pizza, don't just stare at it, eat it. Peace.
I'm out cold, you hoes been exposed. Walk up on you slow with the flow and unload. You got more left for dead on the road. I strode when your car got towed.